I decided I'm going to start this series about things that my 17-year-old daughter taught me that I probably should have taught her. In the first lesson, she told me she is going to marry wealthy, a man that is successful. And I said, what about love?
This mother shared what her 17-year-old daughter is teaching her about dating, that what she feel like she should have taught her. But she's the one teaching her, and she's like, I wish I knew this while I was young. Sometimes I feel like this new generation, they kind of have sense more than the old generation or more than us. I feel like what they look for in a relationship, if people like have looked for it in the relationship, I don't think, I feel like these men probably must have changed their ways. Let me roll this clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
I decided I'm going to start this series about things that my 17-year-old daughter taught me that I probably should have taught her. In the first lesson, she told me she is going to marry wealthy, a man that is successful. And I said, what about love? That's shallow. And she said, what has love done for most women? Most people. She said, I would rather be heartbroken on the beaches of Fiji, crying face down on a massage table while I have grapes fed to me, as opposed to crying, heartbroken, and trying to compensate for somebody's dusty son's minimum wage. She said the chances of you getting your heart broken is just as great as me getting mine broken. The difference is that my heartbreak won't be free and I'll be compensated. And I realize I've been doing life wrong. I've been doing this heartbreak shit for free. This is part two of the things that my 17-year-old daughter has taught me that I probably should have taught her. And this goes out to anyone making excuses for poor behavior. It's gonna sting. My daughter had her first boyfriend a couple months ago, and he said he wanted to come over and have dinner and meet me. This was his idea. So we planned a date. My daughter cleaned the whole house, and my mom was making dinner. She said she texted him, but he didn't text her back, and she wasn't gonna reach out again. But after about an hour, he let her know that he had fallen asleep accidentally. And she just told him, don't come. That's it. Nothing else. So my mom and I were trying to tell her that maybe she was overreacting. People fall asleep. He had work that day. He's probably tired. I told her I could have fallen asleep. You could have fallen asleep. Like, it happens. And she just simply said, but would you have though, Mom? Would I have fallen asleep, Mom? And the answer is no. There's no way that either her or I or my mom would have fallen asleep when we were supposed to be meeting our significant other's parents, and especially for the first time. So my daughter refused to accept an excuse that she herself would never need to use.
The first lesson: it's better to marry someone that is wealthy and loves you than just marry someone that you love but doesn't have money, because at the end of the day you might get heartbroken because it's 50-50. You don't know, you wouldn't know what you're going to expect from these men. So why not enjoy it? Why not get heartbroken while you're shaking your yansh in the yacht? Why not get heartbroken when you're at the Maldives, you're enjoying yourself on a vacation, and you're like, then you're just in the house and you can't even eat what you want to eat. You cannot do anything you want because there's not enough money, but you're getting heartbroken. And I just feel like what she's trying to say is, why marry or date a broke man when you can be with someone that is wealthy, and even while you still date a broke man, if you're still going to cheat, if you're still going to misbehave, you're still going to misbehave, but you will get more angry because you'll be like, it doesn't even have money. But the one that you're still seeing money, sometimes you can just use the money to console yourself. Like, well, it just sent me so dollars, and I'll be fine. Anyways, what is your take on the first advice? Moving on to the second advice, which was she saying that she has already seen the red flag already. He slept off. She invited her boyfriend for dinner and he slept off. And she was like, don't bother coming. And that is just what we've been saying. It shows how unserious he is. He knows I was supposed to meet his family, but he made an excuse that he slept off. And the question is, would you have slept off knowing that you're going to meet your boyfriend's family for the first time? She said she wouldn't. So why did he? It's because he didn't take it serious. And she didn't want to accept that from him. When you're dating somebody and you kind of see a red flag, the moment you point that out and you just act on it immediately, it's that if you don't want the relationship to continue, that's just the best. But you're trying to give excuses or make excuses or trying to be like just like what the mom was trying to say, and anybody can fall asleep, anybody can do this. No. The question is, would you have fallen asleep knowing that you're going to meet your boyfriend's parents? So that was a red flag for her, and which I feel like is a very good dating advice for people. But then some people were coming for her, which is the mom, saying that your daughter, we don't like watch. People will come and talk, right? So some people were saying that, oh, love matters a lot. Don't let her just focus on money. Money is not everything. Some people came to say, oh, I don't really think you're learning good from her. Let me roll the clip she made for the response, and I'll be back.
Something that my 17-year-old daughter taught me that I probably should have taught her, and that's how to have patience. And since I have yet to learn that, I'm going to tell you, Holly, that you should probably play where it's safe at. See, because me, I will manifest water becoming your enemy. And since the majority of your body is made up of water, I wouldn't want that kind of smoke in my life. Anybody and everybody that's deciding to slide in my comment section and say anything negative about my daughter at all whatsoever, understand that that is not in your best interest, okay? Please go on somewhere else. Just keep on scrolling. Block me even. I could care less, genuinely. Anybody saying that she should want to be successful herself and not depend on a man, that's a stretch. Because never did I say my daughter was planning on depending on anybody. She's a straight A student at the top of her class, never even gotten a B, okay? She's an honor student, takes all honor classes. She's dual enrollment between high school and college. She has her entire future planned out already, and she has prioritized that over boys. That's why she just had her first boyfriend, and he didn't last very long. Her entire self-worth and confidence is pending upon how she decides she's going to feel every day. Nobody's going to decide that for her. But if and when she does choose to marry, she's going to marry somebody successful because she herself plans on being successful, and she'd rather be with somebody that builds her up instead of tears her down. She does want to love the person, but she understands that love does not always work out, and that her pain and suffering will never be free to anybody. Okay, anybody saying that rich men can be dangerous and harmful too? The person that used Cassie and Puffy as an example. You're absolutely correct. However, Cassie got $30 million from her pain and suffering. A lot of women walk around with a broken heart and a broken nose and internal wounds and scars that will never heal. She's just simply saying, I'm going to walk away with compensation like Cassie did, not just the scars. If that doesn't land with you and if it doesn't make sense to you, that's perfectly fine. But ever, don't you ever, please don't ever, not with mine.
The kind of decision that the new generation makes when it comes to relationship, the way the confidence, the way they set their standard, the way they do not take BS from these men, I feel like our mothers kind of look at this confidence, kind of look at the way we make some decisions now, and they be like, I wish I did this while I was your age. I wish I had this confidence when your father was beating me. I wish I left when your father was beating me. I wish I left when he started cheating on me for the first time. I wish I didn't listen to other people. I wish I had chosen myself first. I wish I decided not to have so many children. They kind of wish that they had, you know, they were able to make that decision that this new generation are making now when it comes to relationship. But then there are some of them that still kind of lie to themselves and make it look as if when you try to tell them that this after going through the other route and it's not successful, and these ones are trying to go through the other one and they're still trying to say this is the way, because I don't understand why you would say she's sad, love is the greatest joy in life, she's damaged already. Like, why would you say that to someone's daughter when she said that she wants to pick money over love? She's not your daughter. And a lot of people were coming for the daughter in the comment section and saying that, oh, she should work for her money. She's okay, she's 17 and she's doing well. But that doesn't mean that if she decides to settle for someone that has money just because she decide she will choose to be get heartbroken for someone that has money is better for her.
Gen Z really, I think Gen Z is going to save dating, if you will, because it's just open. It's just like, I want to be authentic. One of the best pieces of data that I saw this year come out of this report that we wrote, right, called the Future of Dating Report, is that Gen Z is the first generation to say physical attraction is not the number one determinant to the second date. Now think about that. My generation, right? We're like, look, do you look good?
Yeah.
Okay, second date, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Gen Z says, do I feel like I could be my full self with you?
How brilliant.
That's brilliant, right? I feel like I could be my full self. Therefore, let's do this. It's not to say that they don't look at physical attraction, because they do, but they're prioritizing other things. They're prioritizing authenticity.
3 things I wish somebody would have told me before I started dating. If he wants to, he will. You ain't gotta ask too much of nobody that is willing to do it before you even ask. Yes, communicate your needs, but we don't beg. And number 2, if he plays in your face once, he gonna do it again. And again and again and again. Yes, people can change, but you can change for someone else. Because by the time you start doing that, I'm already gone. And number 3, pay attention to your own toxic ways. You can't expect a perfect relationship, even though there's no such thing, if you the one messing it up. Grow up before you start dating. One thing I wish I knew before I started dating in my early 20s, sis, you'll never have to ask a guy that actually loves or likes you for anything. If you have to beg for romance, dates, reassurance, he's not interested, babe. I would give the same advice to my daughter. You'll never have to beg a man that actually wants to make you happy to make you happy. You're not asking for too much, you're just asking the wrong person.
I feel like before now, the kind of dating advice I always hear is, as a woman, you have to always try to make your man happy, even though you are not happy. Always put him first. Always make sure he's happy. Always whatever is going to make him happy. If he's angry, make sure you're making him happy. If he makes you angry, make sure you don't get so angry. Be patient. Be prayerful. Be, be submissive, especially putting your partner's feelings first. They always try to tell you put your partner feelings first before yours. As a woman, that's kind of advice they give you when you're dating. And most of the time when the man does something to hurt you and you're reacting normally that you should have, because you're a human being, people trying to tell you that you're overreacting. As a woman, you're not supposed to get so angry. He's a man, it can hurt you. They can hurt you, is fine. Or when they do something that is so bad that you just need to walk away and you talk to a close person, and the next thing they tell you is it's not so bad. These are normal things that happen in a relationship. Why don't you just overlook it and put it one side? But then look at it at this new generation. They don't take BS from men. And I kind of like it because any little thing, they are out. Any little red flag, bye. And I kind of like it. And to be honest, I like it. And when I see it, I'm like, yes, you just have to do it because, and most of them always prioritize themselves first. Okay. And they know what they actually want in a relationship. Most of the time, we don't know what we want in a relationship, especially marriage. We just go in there just because society. But most of them, they already know what they want. And you see a very young girl marry a very old man for money because that is what she wants. Okay. And some are doing it for other things. Okay. Because that is what they want. And immediately they done collecting what they want to collect, they leave, they divorce, and that is because that is what they want. But we will be afraid of what will people say. And yeah, what is your take on this new generation dating? Do you think they're the ones that are going to change the old dating dating game? Or what is your take in this conversation? Let me know your thoughts respectfully in comment section as always. And thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Maria David. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and kindly turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified once I upload another interesting video. And I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.